Hello everyone, 大家好. This is Hongcha and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will take a detailed look at the four tones in Chinese and Chinese Pinyin, which is commonly referred to as initial consonants and final vowels. For those who are learning Chinese from scratch, Chinese Pinyin can be said to be the key to unlocking the door to Chinese pronunciation, while the four tones are the core of distinguishing Chinese meanings, at least in spoken languages. If the tone is wrong, the meaning may be completely different. I think this video will be a great help to beginners of Chinese or those who want to have a detailed understanding of Chinese Pinyin. So remember to give me a like and subscribe. Of course, it will be a great encouragement for me. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Chinese Pinyin, Hanyu Pinyin, is a tool to mark the pronunciation of Chinese characters with Latin letters. It consists of three parts: initial consonants, final vowels, and tones. Initial consonants. Consonants at the beginning of a syllable, such as m, in, men, and t, in, ta, which are equivalent to the initial consonants of pronunciation. In Chinese, there are 23 initial consonants. Final vowels, the part after the initial consonants in a syllable, such as n, in, men, and a, in, ta, which are the core vowel parts of pronunciation. In Chinese, there are 39 final vowels. And tones, marked on the main vowel of the final vowel. They are the soul of Chinese pronunciation. The same pinyin with different tones can have completely different meanings. For example, ma means mother, ma means hemp, ma means horse, ma means scold. And another example, fa means to issue or to discover, fa means to punish, fa means law, and fa means here. Well, so far, we have learned about the four tones in Chinese. Now, let's first figure out the four tones, and then we will tackle the initial consonants and final vowels in the second half of the video. The tone mark of the first tone is this, which looks like a flat horizontal line, similar to a smooth road. Its pronunciation feature is that the sound is high and flat, without any ups and downs. Common examples include ma and fa. The tone mark for the second tone is this, which looks like an upward arrow, just like a broom rising slowly. When pronouncing this tone, the sound should rise from low to high, and it sounds like a questioning tone. Examples include ma and na. The tone mark for the third tone is this, which is shaped like a small curve that first falls and then rises, similar to the bottom of a small hillside. When pronouncing it, you need to lower the sound first and then arise it. It should be noted that when this tone is read alone, there must be a curving process, and sometimes its pronunciation is simplified in words. Common examples include ma and lao. The tone mark for the first tone is this, which looks like a downward arrow, just like raindrops falling quickly. Its pronunciation feature is that the sound falls rapidly from high to low. Examples include ma and fa. So, when practicing the first tone, imagine yourself shouting ah, and remember to keep the sound steady like this. When practicing the second tone, it's like asking someone, "Ah, what happened?" and with a natural rising tone. When you practicing the third tone, first lower your voice and then rise up. For example, if your mother enters your bedroom and finds it in a mess, she exclaims, "Ah, what are you doing?" And you can find the carving process of the tone. When practicing the first tone, it's like giving an order, with the sound falling rapidly. Now, let's practice these four tones in detail. So first, follow me and read ah, 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 and then o, 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 and then uh, like this. And then change the tone to form words. For example, the e, d, the e, d, the e, d, the e, d. Okay, here we can also see that, as said at the beginning, if the tones is wrong, the meaning may be completely different. And of course, if the sentence is longer, one or two wrong tones can be understood through the context. But, well, you can't get all tones wrong, right? Of course, I would also like to add a little bit about the light tone, which is beyond the four tones mentioned above. The light tone has no fixed tone mark. Its pronunciation is light, short, and weak, and it usually appears in the suffix of a word or reduplicated words. For example, 妈妈、桌子、孩子. So you can see the second word is pronounced in the light tone. Well, now that we have solved the problem of tones, let's move to the second half of this video, which is about initial consonants and final vowels in Pinyin. The syllable structure of Chinese Pinyin equals initial consonants plus final vowel. And also, some syllables have no initial consonants and only a final vowel. Initial consonants. The consonant at the beginning of the syllable, pronounced lightly and shortly, like the knocking sound at the beginning of a syllable. And final vowel, the part after initial consonant in a syllable, pronounced loudly and clearly, and it is the core pronunciation part of a syllable. Next, let's take a look at how to pronounce these initial consonants and final vowels. I have to admit that the following content will be a bit long and boring, and it will be a bit difficult to remember all of them at once. But it's okay, you can save this video first and then watch it, again like looking up a dictionary when you need it later. There are 23 initial consonants. So, then let's read these initial consonants. Po, po, mo, fo, de, te, ne, le, ge, ke, he, qi, qi, xi, zhi, chi, shi, ri, z, c, s, i, u. As for final vowels, there are more of them, totaling 39. So let's start it. A, o, e, i, u, ü, I, a, w, ao, o, u, ye, yue, r, an, n, yin, wen, yun, on, yung, on, zhi, chi, shi, ri, zi, ci, si, i, u, ü, ye, yue, yuan, yin, yun, yung. Okay, so the above are all the initial consonants and final vowels. By now, I think you have a certain understanding of Chinese Pinyin and the four tones. Next, let's try to combine these three parts and read them. Let's pick a few initial consonants and final vowels to combine. Okay, the first one, 苹果 p, 营 平 g, u, o, 果 苹果 means apple. The second, 小猫 xi, i, ao, 小 m, ao, 猫 小猫 means little cat. And then, 跑 跑 步 步 跑步 means to run. And the last one, 朋 一偶 有 朋友 means friend. Okay, this long pinyin journey has come to an end. Thank you very much for sticking with me until the end. I wonder if you have remembered the four tones of Chinese, the 23 initial consonants and the 39 final vowels, learned how to correctly combine them to pronounce, and even mastered the little trick of the light tone. So, in fact, learning pinyin is like building blocks. Initial consonants and final vowels are the basic building blocks, and tones are the key to making the blocks come alive. Practice monosyllables and word formation several times, then try to mark pinyin for the things around you, such as apples, little cats, friends, and so on. And gradually, you will become more and more proficient. Even if you cannot pronounce the tones correctly or mix up initial consonants and final vowels at the beginning, it doesn't matter. Learning Chinese is a gradual process, and every practice is a progress. So, if you encounter any problems later, you can also leave a message in the comment area to communicate. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I hope today's content can really help you. Your support is my greatest motivation to share more Chinese learning tips. See you in the next time. 我们下一期视频再见，拜拜。